Hello everybody. So this is our second session of F5 LTM series. So first session was the introduction part. So in first session we have covered the introduction. Second section we will try to cover the F5 terminology like node, understanding like node and pool member and virtual server. And then in next session we'll start implementing in lab and we'll cover all the things one by one. So I'm telling you again, this session is free of cost. We don't need to pay anything. I only need support from you guys to share, like, subscribe my channel as much as possible. And I'm going to provide a faculty team full training from beginner to advanced levels, including troubleshooting commands, including we can say like CLI, even in we can say like including Wireshark analysis, like how we can do the packet captures to analyze that captures in Wireshark. Okay, so I will cover all the things. Okay. So let's come to the topics. So there is F5 terminology called node. Okay, so like in case of F5 terminology, what is node basically? So it is very, very important to understand a node before proceeding, before proceeding to the lab, like implementing lab or design lab. So node is basically, guys, we can say like a physical IP address of the server. So let me explain like this. So this is our server. So every server has one unique IP address, right? For example, this server IP address is 10.10.10.1. So the server has unique IP address, one unique IP address that is called node. Okay. So generally, physical hardware of the server is referred as a node. Okay. So now it is clear about node, like what is node. So the server has unique IP address. Okay. And that represent as a node. Okay. Example I just mentioned 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Let's consider 10, 10, 10 or 10, 10, 1. It is assigned to one of the server and it is unique. So that is called node. Okay. Let me show the example also. So this is the server. Okay. This is the server 1 and its IP address 192.168.1.1. So this is represented node in F5 terminology. Okay. So I am explaining, I'm teaching on the basis of F5. Okay. So this is called node. Okay. We are not going to read the theory part because it is not good from the learning perspective. So I'm only focused on the key points. Okay, so now I hope it is clear like what is node. Okay. Second one is, guys, pool member. Okay, what is pool member? So we'll explain here. So this is the server 1 and its IP address is 192.168.1.1. So it's running on the port 80. So if you combine the server IP address plus port, that represent pool members. Okay. Single server can run multiple applications. So we can, run multiple applications on single server with the help of different ports. For examples, there is one application like a5.com, which is hosted and its port is 80. Okay. Maybe there is another application abc.com and it is running on port 443. Okay. So both applications running on server 1 itself, but on different ports. So if you are combining IP address plus port, that represent pool member. Okay. So this is the definition of pool members in case of F5 terminology. Okay. So I hope it is clear for everybody. And every server can run multiple applications. It depends upon the memory, RAM, and CPU and other stuffs. It depends upon the capacity of that server. Okay. So this is about pool members, guys. So now next point is pool. What is pool? Okay. So let's consider server 1 has two applications, f5.com, abc.com, and it's running on port 8443. Let's consider this server has also the application f5.com and it's running on port 80. And another application is like abc.com, and it is also running on port 443. Same thing on server 3 also. There is your application f5.com, and it's running on port 80. And there is another application like abc.com, abc.com, and it is running on the port 443. And another server has same applications f5.com. It's running on port 443, sorry, 80. And on another application like abc.com, and it's running on port 443. Okay. So if you're logically grouping all the pool member like these pool members, so logically grouping pool members is called pool. So inside pool guys, we can call our multiple pool members. Okay. So I mentioned logically grouping all the pool member, and that will be the part of pool. So pool is basically a logical grouping of pool member. Okay. So this is the definition of pool. So we can create multiple pool, and one server can be part of multiple pool, we can say. There is web pool 192.168.1.1 is there. There is FTP pool 192.168.1.1. So one server, we can say like one pool member, or we can say like one node can be part of multiple pool. So one server can be called on multiple pool. It depends upon the port. Maybe it run on different ports. So we don't need to confuse it, because I'm going to implement all the things in the lab, so it will be much clear. As of now, just understand like pool is the combination of, we can say like the logical grouping of pool member. That's it. That is called pool. Okay. How we can create it, we'll see on our live session when we'll implement on the lab. For that, we need to go on the local traffic. So once we enable the module LTM, this option will be enable local traffic. Then we need to go the pool, and we can give the name here, and we can health monitor. We can set the health monitors, and then we can call our member. Okay. When we are grouping, logically grouping all the pool member, that is called pool. That is called pool. So we can call our new members inside the pool. So this is guys, this is how F5 is the market leader, because the web UI configuration, implementation, troubleshooting, each and everything is very easy, and almost maximum resources available on the internet. We can say like even for troubleshooting also, there are so many articles. It is very easy to handle troubleshooting, configuration, implementation. Okay, so this is about pool. Now our next part is virtual server, and then we'll close this session, and then in upcoming session we'll start our live part, and we'll see all the things one by one. We'll design it, we'll do first licensing, and then we'll move to our lab one by one as per the topics, as per our agenda. Okay. What is virtual server, guys? So virtual server basically is a proxy IP, we can say. We can say a proxy server. In short, I can tell who is going to work on behalf of actual applications. Okay. So let me explain here. Yeah. So this is our F5, and this is the client. Just consider this is the client, and this is our F5, and maybe consider this is the switch, and through switch multiple application server are connected. Let's consider this is the application server for f5.com. f5.com is hosted on this server, this server, this server. Let's consider it. And f5.com, maybe IP address is like 10 dot 10 dot 10 dot maybe 20. client has no visibility like who is in the middle. So on our F5, we'll create one, we can say like virtual IP, which stands for proxy IP, which stands for proxy, which is going to work on behalf of these sexual applications. So when traffic coming from client has no visibility like who is in the middle. Then the traffic come to the F5 and F5 has the visibility to decode the traffic. We can say like offload the traffic and accordingly send back to the backend server. So sometimes what happens, people, for example, F5.com is resolving with 10.10.10.20. So sometimes people configure same IP on the F5 as a virtual server IP. So traffic coming to the user is going to initiate the traffic, trying to access the F5.coms. It will hit to the our F5, and F5 will decode it and send back to the backend server. Or it's kind of proxy IP, so we can configure on the same range. This IP not a physical IP where it is configured. It's kind of proxy IP on the same range. We can configure it. Okay. Okay. So this is about virtual server. How we can create virtual server? We'll see all the things in the lab. We need to go on the local traffic, then virtual servers, and then we can create our virtual server. We can this virtual IP. This is this IP not configure anywhere. Okay. Okay. So this is about the pool node, pool members, and virtual server. Let me see if anything is pending. Yeah, I mentioned like virtual server. It is proxy server. Okay, that will be created in the big IPv5 on behalf of the actual original application server. So client has visibility. Okay, I am directly communicating with the actual application server, but no, there is one hour in middle. Our F5 is there as a proxy, and it is a proxy server. Virtual server is a proxy server IP that will be created on behalf of actual applications. Okay, and pool will be associated with the virtual server in the backend. So whatever pool we will created, we will attach in the call in the virtual server. And when traffic come into the F5, hit to the virtual server is going to send to the pool is going to send to the pool members. And pool member is the combination of node and ports. We can say like actual applications where it is hosted. So pool member is the combination of pool and we can say like node and port. And node and port combine calls application. Okay. So this is the IP, this is the port. And if we combine together, that is called application. In our case, let's consider f5.com. Okay. So virtual server is the proxy server that will be created in the big IP F5 on behalf of the actual original application server. And pool will be called inside the virtual server. And when clients need to access the application, the request will come to the F5 virtual server and proceed to the associated pool. Okay. And as per the client, the F5 virtual server is the actual applications server. However, it will be act as a proxy because client has no visibility. Client know I'm directly communicating with f5.coms. But for client, F5 virtual server is acting as the actual server. That is the reasons virtual server send traffic to the pool send to the pool member. Pool member is the combination of IP plus port that is called applications. Okay. So that's it. This is about F5 terminology like node, pool member, and a virtual server. In next session, we'll design our lab, we'll implement one by one, and we'll proceed as per our agenda every day. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much for your times. I hope this video is informative and knowledgeable for everybody. If you like my efforts, please share, like, subscribe these channels as much as possible. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for watching.